Welcome to the first episode of Button Mash Mug Smash, where we fuck everything up audio-wise.
Yep, there's a massive echo because a certain goon, who shall remain nameless, used two mics very close to each other. But debut episode Growing Pains have been handled. It was a good show nonetheless, and moving forward...
It was a great show.
Oh, it was. I was being modest. I'm sorry. But... yeah, moving forward, I think the one mic strategy is going to be the way to go. I hope you guys enjoy the production, the conversation, and endure the echo. Welcome in, everybody, to Button Mash Mug Smash. Yes, it's our debut.
The very first video ever.
The first one. That's right, I am Pallet Evan, and I am joined by the gorgeous and always prudent Noisy Face. We're going to talk about some video games.
We're going to talk about some video games. We're going to talk about some beer.
That's right. That is the other component of Mug Smash. That's the Mug Smash part is we have not the mugs right now, but we do have the booze with which to speak of.
Yes, we do have the booze.
Yes, and it's got a unique name, but we'll be getting to that a little bit later. But first, housekeeping, of course, we both, shockingly, we play video games.
No.
I know, the
Since
button mash
when?
part, it's tough stuff. No one would have ever guessed. All right. But yes, we do. We play a lot of them, and I figure... that would probably be, I don't know, the best way to start this sort of thing is,
Right.
What have you been playing lately?
Well, we're very different styles of gamer. So where you have the focus kind of on like first person shooters and JRPGs and open world kind of RPG building stuff. I'm more of a cozy gamer and I would say horror, but like let's say horror light. Right? Like,
And I don't know. I mean, Fatal Frame isn't really horror light, but it was a cool run nonetheless.
Right.
Your Fatal Frame run. We do actually intersect though in rhythm games generally.
yeah, rhythm games. Or once in a while something will come along that really just the both of us like. So for example, when I played Evil West, and I was like, you gotta jam, you have to play this. It's so fun.
Yeah, that Evil West is very cool.
We'll
very
be talking
Gearsy.
about another game that we both jam a little bit later. And very exciting because it just, spoilers, got an update. So,
Yeah, yes.
yeah.
That was one. I don't usually get drawn to games like that, but we'll dig into that obviously as the show progresses. So make sure to save your game and pause it. If it allows pause. I know the kids today always say they can't pause their games.
I made a match!
Like me, I didn't have a choice, okay? It was this bad boy or bust, okay?
Oh, see, mine was Contra. Beano Contra.
You had to
Got
use the
no
cheat
saves
codes.
in Contra.
No, you had to use the cheats for the did Contra have levels?
I don't even know, dude.
My ineptitude is showing. I'm sorry, guys. You know, that's just how it goes. But yeah, we're not always divided. That's what I'm saying. Like, you are a really good singer, and I am just really good on the plastic guitar, guys. You should see me. All 5 buttons. It's great every time. But yeah. So with that out of the way, though, I mean, what have you been working on over on the Noisy Face
Well,
channel?
over on the Noisy Face channel, you got the 2 continuing sim series. You got your Tiny Town Challenge, which Jelly made, and I'm tweaking a little bit. And then you have your Garden Legacy Challenge going strong, and I'm working on a giant build for that. And I'm not good at building. I did put a bathroom in. I put like 5 bathrooms in that thing, okay? So I've learned from my mistakes. And then in August, to celebrate the Gears that's coming out,
Here's War Reloaded.
I'm not playing that.
I
But
am.
I am going to try my hand at Gears Tactics. So I'm going to play some Gears Tactics.
Gears of War
Yeah.
Tactics. Very cool. Yes, Gears of War Reloaded. A little bit of a milestone for that game. If you have the Ultimate Edition on Xbox, you're actually going to get a free upgrade. Or if you have it on PC, same deal, free upgrade. But this will be the first Gears of War game coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, oh yeah, you were talking about that.
And my Pro is gassed up. All of my controllers will be charged. And damn, I am ready to get some locust killing done on my platform of choice. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. Yeah, let's see. I mean, I had heard.
What are you doing on your channel? Don't just segue.
Well, I was about to. I had heard about your Shrek experience.
Oh yeah, my Shrek and Adventures of Shrek and Shark. Don't do the noisy face.
Coming soon. On my channel, actually backed off of Let's Plays a little bit, but it's because I'm just addicted to the Steam Deck. Like, it's just nightmare fuel. We just got a review up for Liza P, and I'm not usually a Souls dude, but Pinocchio, that whole kind of like
Did you
dark
try the
lore.
lower difficulty
Cool.
that they added?
So they have 3 tiers, and I did go down one. And it's still satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 'cause I know that's been a big dilemma in Souls games, is that, you know, people, if you put in a difficulty option, that kind of takes away the integrity of the game, because they are built on that kind of, that difficulty nuance. And at least the mid tier that I'm on has actually been really solid. Like, I still get mowed over, but it's a lot more approachable.
Well, I agree and I disagree, because I could see what you would say about integrity, but if you look at South of Midnight, for example, I think they did a really good job of incorporating an experience for every single person. So you can do story mode, you can do easy mode, you can do hard mode, and like even easy mode just gives you more heals and you're still struggling.
Right.
You can skip like chase scenes, you can skip boss battles if you want to. So I think that level of
Yeah, you can skip
customization,
whole encounters.
that's really
if
nice
you're
to
just
see.
kind of in it for the story.
Yeah.
I hear that. And no, it's nice to have the versatility. Obviously, I haven't gotten far enough to do like the overture stuff for Pinocchio. I have very little time in it. Very little. It's going to take me a long time, a lot of lies over a lot of months to Pinocchio my ass into the promised land. All right, so it's gonna take a little bit. But yeah, we've definitely got more Steam Deck stuff coming. Off channel, as you saw from the old PlayStation 1 memory card, we were able to locate it's an LCD panel, an older one, but it's got component input. So I was able to dig out the old PlayStation 2, and so begins the authentic Legend of Legaia 2 full game.
Electric
playthrough.
Boogaloo.
Yes. I have never played this game.
Oh, you've only played the first one?
Well, I've beaten the first one. Okay, so let me correct. I have played Legaia 2, but...
Lies. Lots of lies.
Yeah, see, Pinocchio. Anyway, I have played Legaia 2. I have not beaten Legaia 2.
Okay,
And when
that's
I
fair.
did play it eons ago, like, dude, I sucked. Like, nowadays, I'm playing, like, 5 JRPGs, juggling all of them throughout the week. It's fine. But back then, I was just, dude, Legend of Legaia 1's like the best one ever, and then Legaia 2 comes out, and I'm just getting destroyed. So, I'm hoping that difficulty's still there, but also, I'm coming in. I'm ready now. I'm ready. I'm gonna learn some arts. I'm gonna cast some spells.
Well, it's like when you play. Anytime you pick up a new game that you're not used to, you're gonna have to figure out the mechanics. So it's like, you know, when we were playing all the hidden cat games in June, it would take fucking forever to
Oh my
find all the
God.
cats, and then you'd get to the next one, you'd be like, I know where you're at now. You're in the bushes,
Oh my.
being sneaky.
Yeah, by the time you got to my last one was hidden cats in Santa, in the North Pole.
Yeah.
Not in Santa. That would have been a rough level. Ho ho ho! No, don't do that. But it is like in the North Pole, of course, and it's war. North Pole. I'm a little.
Oh yeah, the great. We were playing it, and he was like, "Why are the elves having a snowball fight with the Krampuses?" And I'm like, "You don't know about the Great Elf Culling of 1920? This is lore. This is canonical Christmas lore." And he's like, "Are you bullshitting me? Like taking me serious? Don't ever take me seriously, okay?"
I'm just saying.
That is not a thing we do.
It's a lot of people don't believe that Santa's real. And I figured he might have been until the 1920s.
That's why they don't get a weenie whistle. Spoilers,
Yeah.
guys. Just telling you. Speaking of weenie whistles, it's a great segue to the beer that we bought.
to the beer. Okay. All right. So
It is not called weenie whistle, but if it was, I still would have bought it.
it's not far off. There's not a whistle on it, but as again part of the Mug Smash booze tasting element, we have gone around town. We've got a lot of breweries and stuff around town, so it's going to be kind of fun to just try different stuff. Of course, talk gaming.
Yeah,
and
if you're a
booze.
fan of craft beer and new beers and different breweries, from low scale to upscale. And when I say low scale, it's more like it's just a brewery versus, you got your whole brewery pub kind of micro brewery thing. Loveland, Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, Berthoud, Colorado, the place to be.
Yeah. Longmont, probably.
Maybe
Longmont
Greeley.
has great pawn
Not
shops.
Street Road, Greeley.
Yeah, Greeley.
Don't go there.
You gotta be careful with Greeley. Same with Thornton. But anyway, we have procured Bust a Nut Brown Ale. That's what we'll be trying here as we discuss things throughout. I mean, we can crack and do a little taste.
I mean, I can crack it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is a fun fact y'all don't know about Uncle Pookie, your certified platinum paladin, which is not his name anymore, but I call him that anyway.
I will always be
He has no
all
nails,
of the names.
and so I have to do the cracking of the beer. Gotta get the sound bite.
Oh yeah, it's the ASMR.
Welcome back to the Button Mash Mug Smash channel.
No sound came through.
ASMR.
It's gonna be so cool. Any hoozle, now that part's over. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Now that we are finished with the ASMR,
We won't have to
part,
edit this at all.
Yeah, we won't either. Every mistake is all for you. But yes, back to my 1,000 nicknames. Anyone who's been to the Paladin channel, y'all know. I've been Ari Master 870. I've been Pookie. I've been Uncle Pookie, not the barbecue one. I've been your Platinum Paladin. They all just meld together into the one, the only, the Paladin. It works the best. So we're stuck there now. Now, if you don't like that one, you want one of the old ones, you just got to comment. So I'll look at it and I'll be like, that's cool. That'll be. I might give a thumbs up on the comment.
Oh, you can't do that anymore. That's passive aggressive.
You can't thumbs up?
No, the new gen says that you can't thumbs up or canceled. No thumbs up. John Cena. No thumbs up.
Oh, tag champs, by the way.
Oh, I didn't put mine on. I'm such a slacker.
If any of you are interested in joining a tag team, I'm one half. I apparently don't have a tag team partner. We'll see if next time I do. Make sure to leave a comment. So you can't thumbs up anymore.
Apparently. Apparently not.
I hate to directly quote the Hurricane and keep this kind of on wrestling, but what's up with that?
I don't know. I don't understand. It's like You know how we're like so we have a nephew who's a teenager, and we like to joke with him, and so we'll be like 100 line straight facts on God, FR, just because it's hilarious. It's like as soon as you learn the slang, it's not slang anymore.
Yeah, it just becomes a language. Oh, see, you guys are getting blown away, revolutionized right
Nuggets of wisdom.
Nuggets. Like Mickey D's. Not the Denver Nuggets. Are they smart? Probably. Dude, they're basketball players. They gotta be smart. As I digress, I don't watch basketball, guys. Y'all know. I'm football and dodgeball mostly.
On ESPN 8 the Ocho.
Yes.
You don't know where to catch your dodgeball. That's where it is. And let me just tell you, you're going to watch one episode and you're going to need new shorts.
You will. You will. What a great movie. What a great movie. Like, if you're playing catch up, the movie is called Dodgeball. A true underdog story. It's about how this team just gets completely robbed by these losers as they're trying to successfully impress William Shatner.
The Purple Cobras had that match.
They did.
Fuck you, Chuck Norris.
Yeah, they did. Straight up. That's double fault my ass. All right? I've watched the replay. White Goodman was nowhere near over that line. All right? I'll argue it forever. Speaking of other little sports kind of movies, though, Happy Gilmore,
Happy Gilmore
had a sequel
too.
come out. Yes, which I'm gonna stay pretty spoiler free because it's very, very, very new. Like came out yesterday, new. I thought it was good though. I thought it captured a lot of the spirit.
Yeah,
of the original.
and this isn't even a spoiler. It's just a comment on the cinematography. So there were a lot of transitional moments that I really loved the way that they were done. And I won't go too in depth into that because, again, if you haven't seen it, but it was really cool how they relived some memories, and it wasn't just like a clip. It was like a whole flashback segment, or like, you know, looking at a character and then looking at the character again and seeing them in a different way.
Yeah.
That was really smart. That was really cool.
Yeah, it was just... If you're a fan of the original, hop on Netflix. It does everything right. Well, there's one thing it did wrong, but that's just my bias for screen time for a certain individual. I feel like he should have been on camera way more than he was. And that's, of course, Shooter McGavin.
Shooter.
But he is in there, so don't worry, guys.
Shooter.
What? Deadly as Dillinger. Kapow! It's
The single finger shooter.
at least do the cactus
my
jack
God.
bang bang.
Oh, and if you are a video games fan, speaking of Happy Gilmore 2, go check out your boy Sora in there.
Oh, yes.
Haley Joel Osment does the voice of Sora, and he is in the movie. And I wouldn't even call that a spoiler. Like, I mean, you're welcome for that.
He is in it for sure, and he's actually in there for a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
he's a pretty big role.
Yeah, so if you're jonesing to get your dead people sight and Keyblade on, Haley Joel's in it, and he actually has a chin strap, a little bit like mine, but less good looking. Sorry, Haley, it happens. Shave your head, bro.
Someone
This is how it
hashtag
starts.
Haley, at Haley. Beard competitions.
Here.
Here on Button Mash Mustache.
Yeah.
We'll take your call anytime.
Yeah.
Haley Joel.
Not
just like Teams or Zoom or FaceTime, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, you can roll up with any of the fancy shaving stuff, you know, your Manscaped or whatever, all that. Just roll up with all your shit Quattro. Not a sponsor on any of these, by the way. Like,
But if you'd like
but
to sponsor
yes,
us,
I mean, while we're talking about it.
Smash. To inquire about a sponsorship.
There you go, yeah.
ASMR is extra.
Oh yes, for the sponsors, they're jonesing for the ASMR. Hey, you never know. Okay, people are into stuff. All right, the amount of people who are into feet, I have found after playing Clair Obscur and Monaco's infatuation with the feet of his enemies. Oh man, you roll up on Blue Sky or on Twitter or anything like that. There's some footsie people out there, okay? I'm just watch out. That is a Clair Obscur full-on subtle spoiler, but I mean, you're gonna learn it if you play the game. So it's not like crucial. It's something about your party member. He likes feet. Leave him alone. Right? Anyway, there you go. All right. So back on to general topic matters, though. And we hit Clair Obscur, but we're actually going to be talking about a different game that starts with a C. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right, Sesame Street style gang. The game that she actually was messing with on Game Pass. It's still on there from what I've seen. But one you should definitely buy regardless. Runs well on the deck, runs superbly on the Pro, but I want to fangirl too hard about that game system. The game is called Crime Scene Cleaner.
Crime Scene Cleaner.
And this is it's kind of akin to like Power Wash Simulator, really.
Yeah, it's like House Flipper and Power Wash and Spray Paint Simulator, but what it adds is an element of mystery, kind of, I guess, I would say.
And blood. Oh, got a lot of blood. Well, yes, but no. See, when Noisy played it, she played it on what, like subtle graphics
safe
or something?
mode?
Safe mode.
I played it on safe mode because I have a really hard time finding like when it's dark and you have no lights, and I understand you have to upgrade and that's part of the challenge, but you can, when you turn on safe mode, it looks like a paint room, like a blacklight room.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot easier to see, and then it makes things harder to miss.
Yeah. It is a lot easier to see when it's just like it's like Splatoon everywhere.
Yeah, it is like Splatoon.
It's
Crime Scene Cleaner bonus Splatoon level coming this fall.
Oh, careful.
On the Button Mash Mustache channel.
Nintendo might be listening. All right. They'll be like, "Oh, dude, we'll do a crime scene expansion. $100."
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a hot second.
Yes, in what we'd call a New York minute in Max Payne time. No, this probably won't last like a full-on hour before we get onto that, but we'll see. Sometimes I run off in the weeds. That happens a lot.
That is the game that just got the update, though.
Yes. Yeah, we were already alluding to it. So the game itself, it just had that patch adding Nightmare mode, which actually takes away your ability to use some of your upgrades and your Batman sense to be able to.
So it does have new trophies on
stuff.
Steam. Have we confirmed new trophies on platform?
No, it launches on consoles, I believe, in like 3 days.
Okay.
So we'll be able to check for trophies and such.
But I do know the Steam trophies do not require you to get 100%, and that's very pivotal, because if you let me just museum level, that's all I have to say. And that's actually segueing to that. That's my favorite level. Like, I hate it, but I love it because I love all the little like nuances of when you collect stuff. I just had it in a pile by the door, and then I'd be like, oh shit, I know where that goes, and then I'd have to run all the way back and like remember which way I came from, because it was also very confusing. You'd be like, where's the dinosaur, to orient myself? Where's the Triceratops?
That level, and I would say the campground with all the cabins, those two levels, it is very easy to just kind of get lost. And I mean, when you're trying to FC that and like a barrel's blown up at the campground and it's all dark and like that one's pretty tough. Oh god. Like, I've actually waffled on a couple best levels because you've got one of my favorite levels features a swimming pool and like a green screen and a drum set, and this whole house just gets decimated. and you're just in there with your bucket and some hopes. Like and all the mops suck. At least in my experience, Noisy, I think you've had.
I like the mop. I mean, the sponge is nice, but I do tend to use the mop a lot more.
I have achieved the dual wielding sponge, so I really am Danielson, just fucking the whole time. But yeah, that level's really good. But when I started playing it on PlayStation, going for the platinum, I wanted to just level up before doing all the levels, try to max out.
Like a crazy man?
Yeah, so I have been repeating the first level. That apartment / like hidden apartment kind of. Bro, that level is actually really fun because once you kind of have the nuance of the game and you start going up tempo on these levels, going, okay, how fast can I like 100% this level? It gets really, really fun. Like I want to say I'd sent you like maybe a 13-minute and change completion, start to finish, like running up the stairs, getting my sponges out, put that guitar over there, and jump in the attic, and it's. Poor Kowalski is like, dude, I just wanted to have a nice quiet day, but he's not. Not when I'm Kowalski. I am fast Kowalski. Supersonic Kowalski.
Yeah, it's very interesting because of everyone that I know that has tried it and played it, it's like majority are in the camp that there's something about this game that just grips you. I found it oddly cathartic of taking your time to go and clean things, and then the stories behind the crime scenes were also really cool. There's also a really interesting level in there, which is Short Circuit, and Wuss played it with the sound off.
Oh.
That is not how you play that level, okay? But there's some creepy motherfucking shit going down in this level.
I don't know. I mean, whether you have the audio on or not, I thought that level was kind of weak anyway. Like, if I was doing a hierarchy, that would be close to the bottom. Like, there's that, and then there's another apartment level, where, man, I swear, I was just flying through my sponges trying to clean out this one little shower, and that level wasn't super great either.
Was that Friendly Fire?
I think so. Tyler? His friend, yeah, where they go in and just clean him up. Really short, really small level, but it didn't have a lot of the flavor. Right? Part of what's cool about that game is, dude, some of the venues you go to.
Yeah, the venues, the one-liners are great. I love, and this is something that I'm working on, kind of like outside of, obviously this would be something that wouldn't be monetized, just to have it for personal enjoyment, is all the achievements that you get that are named after songs. I thought it would be cool to make a playlist of like all those songs and put them all together.
Heck yeah. Like, well, even if you montage the video or something, heck, we could have a big old crime scene cleaner party and try to find as many of these songs as we can on like Rock Band. And all right, we're playing the crime scene cleaner playlist and just get a little rowdy. I like that. I think that's a cool idea. Like, it's for what it is. As like a Game Pass launch, and I don't say that like facetiously or anything. Game Pass has had a lot of really good games come out on it. This is one of those where it's like you don't expect it to like really knock the doors off the way that it does. A lot of games have come out like this: lawn mowing sim, freaking spray paint sim, power wash sim,
haunted house renovator.
Yeah, like this one comes out and just it's doing a lot of the same stuff, but it is what we talked about. That
nuance. It is weird.
You're cleaning a freaking crime scene.
It is doing a lot of the same stuff. It was like if you play a house flipper, but there's just something about it that makes it feel new and fresh in the take that it has.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it is just the context. Like you're not some actual like crime analyst or something over on the cop side. You're literally just a dude who needs money, who's really good at cleaning, and kind of gets roped into this whole thing. And it's just a nuance that nobody would have had in their back pocket. So kudos, because the game itself is really cool. I know we touched on a lot. Do you have a least favorite level?
Yeah, I mean, love to hate it, hate to love it. It's the museum. I mean, I'm also not a fan of the warehouse. That could have been more involved and less like, you know what that felt like? That felt like collecting any keys at all in Resident Evil. Let me just, because first you gotta go find the diamond key, then you gotta open this room, then you gotta go back to where you were to get the other key, and then you gotta find 50 million medallions and stab a Birkin, and I'm crossing games here, but it's fine. It's fine.
Metroidvania.
That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like.
What you're describing. Metroid and Castlevania kind of
very
pioneered
distracted
that.
by the dog children.
Come on now, let him be. You guys know, if you've tuned into my channel before, they're always in here. So sometimes you just got to make sure they're not gooning. Well, they're not gooners. They're just being goons. So we'll make sure that that nuance is handled. There are a lot of good levels. We talked about like the versatility of the venues to kind of help the game out. What would you do for level?
Yeah, so we saw on Steam what sparked this conversation. One of the new future updates after this nightmare thing is that they're designing a new level. They had people submit ideas, and one was a laboratory. To get in, you better need the password laboratory. That's all I have. The best ones in laboratory. You gotta do it like this, you know, in the animes when they push up their glasses and they're like, I'm so smart. It's like that. But if I would have submitted an idea, I would have done like an amusement park. And I was saying, how fun would it be if, like, to get a collectible, you had to like ride a Ferris wheel, or you had to like start and stop a roller coaster to get it like at a certain part, or like, you know, one of those like Dr. Doom lifts. What are those called? Tower? Whatever those are called.
Well,
like, I thought that would be really, really cool. I think a playground would be too morbid, although that would also be really
Well,
fun.
I had thought about that as well, as like a school setting or something like that.
School
but I
would be
also
cool.
thought of the same thing as like, well, you might be touching on some more, some bigger
that's a touchy
stuff.
subject, as you know, as it should be.
But yes, I agree. But when I had thought about that, next up I had thought of like, where the first level is kind of loft apartments in a shady neighborhood. I thought about like dormitory style apartments. Where you gotta like clean out, but like all of it, it's one giant level.
Maybe it could be like instead of doing bodies,
someone just went crazy.
You're doing like the party level, but instead of people having died, it could be like you got the slip and slide in the hallway and all. I don't know.
Yeah,
it kind of doesn't make sense. No, a
dormitory like frat party though, like because you are still technically a janitor. You just clean up crime scenes and stuff. So there could be some regular
that would actually
regular
be
jobs.
Kind of a cool update of like you get some of the janitor aspect of it.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of neat.
Hey,
like maybe you're in an office building and you're discovering everybody's secrets.
Yeah, exactly. Those kind of things. Like, sure, the game is crime scene cleaner, and there are going to be crime scenes in it. There are plenty. Trust me.
No spoilers.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's a bad habit of mine explaining the title of the game to people.
That was my crime scene cleaner. That was my first ever full completion on Xbox.
Oh,
so
on
I'm
Xbox.
hoping I can jump in and get, if the trophies are available there, I can clean it up there. No pun intended.
Well, trophy support is there for sure.
Right.
So I'm working on the platinum, but
it's probably
the
gonna be my
additional
first
content.
platinum, guys. That's crazy.
Welcome. Yeah. All right. Let's see. So on the tail of trophies, though, or achievements in general, like I know you touched on this. A lot of great songs get named over over the game and the gamer score list and everything. I mean, that's easily the hardest achievement in the game. It's called Smooth Operator. Just read the achievement description if you're interested in the game. You'll know why it's kind of difficult. But as a music head, is there something like, oh, I would make this requirement for an achievement and it would be this song? What song would you choose?
I wrote that for talking points, and then I didn't even think about it.
Didn't even think about it.
I don't know. What do you think? Oh, should we pick a Kiss song? Since we got Kiss in the background here.
I mean, there are tons of Kiss songs that you could do.
Because you could easily an end game that you get, like you go to pick up the BFG, let's say, for example, and then you would get the achievement Love Gun.
Well, that's true.
Or like when you woohoo in The Sims. You get Love Gun. I mean, fair is fair.
Well, and even like just for crime scene cleaner, you could have like a more difficult maybe Love Gun would be like beating a level with only the sprayer.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or like Lick It Up might be like only using the mop or something, and like you got to beat the whole level with just mops.
Right.
So that kind of stuff would be very, Strutter would be another fun one. Is just, you beat the level with only moving the bucket 4 times or something like that. So imagine if you are in the museum or in the warehouse. God, you're going to be flying all the way back to your bucket because you already moved it 4 times. You strutting.
Right.
So there's all kinds of little nuances that you can have, especially with Kiss. They're one of the best rock bands out there, so that goes without saying as far as some of their hits. I think they actually do have a song in the game. I want to say one of the optional areas you find, the achievement is in fact titled Rock and Roll All Night, so I think Kiss is already featured. For good reason, they rock. Can't have a rock band without talking about Kiss. But yeah, I just think there's a few little ways you could still have. There's a ton of great rock songs. I mean, Rest in Peace, Ozzy. You could have something from Sabbath, or you can have Paranoid. Like maybe there's a level where they might incorporate a new mechanic where if you break too much stuff, you might set off an alarm or something, and then you got cop sirens outside, and then, you got to get through a level without setting that off, and it'll give you a Paranoid, or, right? Just there's a wealth of hunting knowledge from just being in the hobby too long. Like I've been achievement hunting since Xbox 360, like. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do.
Right.
Like, but yeah, that's speaking of the gaming industry, though. All right, we can kind of segue and have a little bit of a talk, because I mean,
I need beer before this topic. It's like, when you play Life is Stranger, and like if Chloe Price is gonna keep hitting on me, I'm gonna need more beer. It's like that level of.
It really is. I mean, there's a lot going on in the video game industry, and naturally, it's worth talking about from any perspective. Whether you're super and you're like, oh, I'm an analyst in here, I do reviews or whatever, or if you're just a crazy dude like me who plays way too much Steam Deck, like, it's nice to be plugged in some. Sadly, right now, a lot of the news lately has been a little more harmful than good. I think we can rip the Band-Aid right off. The idea of the $80, $90, $100 Grand Theft Auto video game.
Well, here's the thing. We've talked about this a little bit, and we always say, let's revisit that when we get to the channel. Because, surprisingly, being engaged and living in the same house, we talk to each other.
That's weird.
So, it's thing, couples goals.
Shouldn't be doing that, really.
Right? Yeah. No.
Yeah. We'll save it for here in the future. We're just going to go all next month radio silent. Just for you guys.
Grand Theft Auto, I can get behind that, and let me tell you why. So I am a simmer, and as we all know, if you have all the packs like I do, except for like a few, like I don't have but two. Oh no, but two.
Why not?
Because that's the only thing I want from it is people will just pull out random lightsabers.
You don't
and
want to
have
go to
battles.
the cantina?
I don't want to go to the cantina and have all my money changed into galactic credits.
That was within parody. Please, Disney, be gentle. Like,
James Turner, don't come for me. Okay?
we just like Star Wars, okay?
Yeah, so like if you have something like that you're gonna get hours and hours and multiple play sessions and different ways of playing, I can justify paying $100 for Grand Theft Auto or even like the new Mario Kart, because if they sustain it the way that they do or have done with what is it, Mario Kart 8?
Yes.
Then you're getting your money's worth. But
Okay.
You're gonna charge me $80, $90 if I buy a cartridge, which I have to download things online anyway.
Oh, yeah, the
where's
game
my
key
extra
cards.
$10 coming from?
Yeah.
To play like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Well, and it does seem like there's a lot of pushback on the game key cards thing right now. Even like they're in board meetings, people are going like, "Bro, what are you planning to do?" Because this is obviously impacting the market. So we'll see on the whole game key cards, no download key in the future. I'm excited to see that go kaput. It's going to the price thing. I know just recently, it's not Borderlands, but it's it's that newer Xbox game that's on its way out. They came out pushing that they were going to be $80 and rescinded and everything, and that's like, oh man, we were hearing about how the market, the market is dictating this price change, and now suddenly the $70 and trust me, I know Sony's gonna do the same thing. We all know, but the fact that Sony has held out and like got like Ghost of Yote coming at 70. I'm curious what'll be the first $80
you want to talk
Sony
about
game.
Sony though? Let's go the route of when
they will have one.
You've got who makes it? Is it Supermassive that makes Until Dawn?
Oh, Until Dawn.
Yeah, because okay, here's the thing. I love Until Dawn. It is easily in my top 10 games. And it's so sad when you see a remaster come out like that doesn't even have all the features of like other remasters. Just saying, Naughty Dog.
Yeah, Final Fantasy X HD remaster.
You're gonna charge me full price for that? For 10 extra minutes of footage that Remy Malik didn't even go do?
So then would they have like a deep fake or?
Well, they just reused his mocap and like put it in a computer.
Bro, come on now.
10 whole minutes.
Well, and that has kind of been a thing. And again, it's the dialogue with Sony with like the Days Gone remaster. That's still a pretty new game. Horizon Zero Dawn, a fantastic game, but like we really need to be remastering that. And then of course the big one, The Last of Us Part 2, which. Dude, that's a very new game. And I get it, you're trying to get caught on with the show and try to get people on board and stuff, but really? Like, I haven't even played Bloodborne, and how many people are clamoring for that to get the treatment of, like, the Demon Souls remake, or go back to Uncharted 1 if you're gonna do that.
I'm in the unpopular Sims camp of, I think The Sims 4 should stay. I think they should continue to do these events. They should continue to come out with packs. I don't need a Sims 5. I don't need to start from the ground up when I've spent like an entire mortgage payment and then some on The Sims.
Yeah, the Sims is really the gift that keeps on giving. That hits the bank account quite often. That's more than Santa, really, and Santa hits the bank account. But yeah, I just think about little stuff like that. We were talking about Legend of Legaia earlier, Legaia 2 on PS2, or like we always revisit where Resident Evil games are getting the reboot treatment right now. Resident Evil 2, when 2 got announced, it was a PS1 game. Like, this, obviously, the remake treatment. Final Fantasy X, when it got its HD remaster,
Looking at
was
you,
10
Code
years old.
Veronica.
Yeah, its pickup of today actually was Code Veronica. We tracked one down, a black label on PS2. Heck yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I don't mean to sound ignorant while we're on this topic of gaming and future gaming, because I don't do as much deep dive as you do into like, oh, what are you getting memory-wise? What are you getting, you know, are you getting a better resolution? Are you getting more pixels? I probably sound stupid right now, but you have a phrase, and it makes me think of this with Switch 2. I do not own one. I do own a Switch OLED, and going from a Switch to a Switch Lite to a Switch OLED, I will say you can really see the difference in an OLED.
Oh, yeah.
But what I will say is your phrase is, better is the enemy of good enough.
Good enough.
And for some reason, when I see the Switch 2, that is how I feel about it. I feel like the Switch is good enough. Mm-hmm. The Switch 2 is probably better, but do you really need it? And we're already seeing, we like to get a lot of our electronics at the pawn shop. It is the way to go, guys. We get great mics, great computers, great monitors, lots of things that we can't afford MSRP, but if you go to a pawn shop, a lot of them have layaway. It's really great. And you can always test them right there. If you can't, then don't buy it. You can test it in shop.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I'm saying with that is, you know, we went in the pawn shop today. For at least 2 months now, we saw 2 brand new collector's edition Breath of the Wild Switch OLED.
Oh yeah, the OLED.
And that's, I'm assuming, because of the push for the Switch 2.
Undoubtedly. It's and that's, I understand this happened with the PS5, this happened with the Xbox Series as well. Is when you have a launch and your first parties aren't like booming, like when the Switch launched, it launched with Breath of the Wild. And with a powerhouse game like that, you can go for a while, right? And then I think it was like later the same year, that was when Mario Odyssey dropped. So it wasn't that far off before you got the real justification for your purchase, being the 1-2 punch of the greatest Nintendo
Animal Crossing,
IP.
I think, was fairly early too.
Like,
and that's Animal Crossing is huge.
Animal Crossing blew up over COVID.
Yeah.
And that
Thanks, Elijah Wood.
Yeah, that was just monstrous. Talk about launching at the right time.
Right.
Because everyone's inside, and we're all driven by nostalgia to some capacity. I mean, I'm wearing tag team championship merch. I always talk about the old days with Stone Cold and The Rock and the Attitude Era. I have a PS2 on my desk that I was playing Code Veronica on earlier. Like, most people nostalgically think of Nintendo in the gaming space. So you're going to be drawn right out of the gate to a Switch, or in this case, a Switch 2. That's why the Switch 2 sales figures are what they are. They are blowing the doors off, and it is a marked upgrade over the Switch 1. But the problem, in my opinion, is the Switch 1 had Breath of the Wild to give you that left hook right away. Like, and I know you can do the little Switch upgrade and your Breath of the Wild's going to run better, but Breath of the Wild is no longer new.
Well, but that's the other thing.
It's been out for a long time.
Let's talk about
What's
the bang for your buck.
Mario Kart
you buy a brand new Switch 2 and you buy one game, which you're already looking at $80 for your game.
For the game, yeah,
where
because it'll probably be Mario Kart.
Even the bigger Xbox, the fridge Xbox, and Game Pass, and you are still coming out cheaper than you would.
You're pretty, so before Xbox changed their prices,
yes,
you're
like
on the money. Because like the 2 terabyte Galaxy model, that thing I think is getting pretty close to how much the PlayStation Pro is. Oh, and for the record on the Pro, I know you've heard me talk about it really a lot since I got it. $700 MSRP now. But if you can shave it down, we were able to get ours very affordable because I put my PS5 toward it.
Going to somewhere where they will do you a solid for trade on, and we went to GameStop. It was fairly solid.
Yeah.
We are going to check out level 7 soon.
Yeah. That'll be cool. That'll be a cool experience, especially again from the retro side.
And I've heard they're killer as far as trading in systems and games go. I hear that is the place that you want to go.
Yep. Yeah, that's the shop I've already looked at. There's a few locations out there, and it just looks so cool. And I'd support the retro shops, man. It's really hard these days.
If you don't buy them, then they're gonna not exist in the future.
Yeah.
By the time I am the 90-year-old simmer, we're not gonna have these things because there's no. That's another thing we were talking about the other day with the market. There's no long-term sustainability. So I understand having your laws in place to stop the pirating and do things willy-nilly. I get that. But what I will say is at some point it needs to be modified for some sort of preservation's sake.
Yep.
That's like, where you have these artifacts that people have dug up and been like, oh, this is the actual thing from this is Abraham Lincoln's Switch 2. He loved this, let me just tell you.
Switch
2.
Honest Abe really loved the Switch 2.
Kept it under his stovepipe.
It's all about Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I could write the Gettysburg Address on this train, or I could play Mario.
Yeah, that's right. And who would choose the Gettysburg Address? Or any other, like, over Mario Kart? You gotta be Waluigi.
Four score and Rainbow Road to go.
Ooh. Some hearts were broken in
I
that address.
don't know why Abraham Lincoln talks like this, but he does.
It's very Sean Connery of him, really.
It is very Sean Connery.
Yes.
Abraham Lincoln.
We named the dog, indeed.
We named the dog Lincoln.
Oh, man. We're just gonna run off in the weeds. That's how this podcast goes, and that's fine. To the price and preservation movements that you're talking about, small steps in the right direction, like the Stop Killing Games petition. It finally got enough signatures to be able to at least be able to be reviewed in Europe and stuff like that. That's really a huge deal, and it's still a small step. Like, it's not like this will get reviewed and just, oh, bam, into law and everything's fine. Like, it's, show your support at these mom and pop shops. Play your PlayStation 2s. Like, if there's no market for that kind of stuff, then it'll just be easier for people to review it and be like, well, I mean, what's going on? Who's going out and trying to find PS2s nowadays?
Right.
Or, PS1, GameCube, SNES, whatever your platform of choice is. Like, go out there and I'm gonna say this, and I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer on modern games. But when you boot up game on that PlayStation 2, you got your memory card, and
I heard you booting the PlayStation the other day, and it's doing like the do do do.
Yes,
that's not even what it sounds like. That's from fucking Space Odyssey. But it's like that feeling.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, it's that nostalgia. Like, you can emulate, I know a lot of people that emulate. I've dabbled in emulation myself. That's a great way to be able to play your classics. Buy your game, put it in your disc tray, rip it, use an emulator.
So playing the Herbs, we found a copy of the Herbs, we bought it. Or before Sims Legacy Collection came out, I found a working copy of The Sims 2 at the Goodwill, and I was very excited because I paid like $2 for it. Great condition. But it was like, how are you going to run that on Windows 11? Yeah. So if you do it that way, it's amazing.
Yes, and And then you have the freedom within like PCSX2 or something to manage graphic presets or just go native and deal with that pixely goodness. Maybe and enable some dithering. Like I'm so excited playing that beginning prison part in Code Veronica today, where it's not crystal clear. It's nice and dark, and I got my lighter out, and the dithering is doing its part to help with the pixel management. And there's something about being able to play on a classic system, even if you're on a flat panel, just it hits different. But yeah, I will. That's the whole thing. Like the retro thing, the Steam Deck is a beast of an emulator.
That segues me into it, guys. I gotta tell you, because this is on point today too. Like I wrote these talking points like a month ago, but this was on point today. We walked in. We like to do our rounds, go at breakfast, hit up some pawn shops, hit up some game stores, and I saw a copy of Kingdom Hearts 3 today. And it was $9, and my wallet fell out of my chest and struggled to breathe on the floor like a fish because I saved money. I saved paychecks to go buy this thing. I was there at midnight launch. I took 3 days off of work, played it for 1 day, came back, and my manager was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yeah." And I haven't played it since. Very sad.
Yeah.
So that would be my biggest regret. That and eco lifestyles in The Sims. Do y'all do stuff in eco lifestyle besides dumpster diving? And if so, please tell me, because I don't know what to do.
Isn't that like the main point though, is foraging or dumpster diving?
No, it's the one where you vote.
Living on the streets.
Although I have 2 favorite initiatives when you vote, and that's to make everybody fight, because I'm here for the drama. So like enacting like the weed fisticuffs, that's not what it's called. And then we wear bags.
#we fisticuffs. I
love we wear bags. He's, I'm gonna plan my wedding, and hopefully my wedding stories is not broken, but kind of broken, because I'm here for the drama. And I'm gonna show up at this beautiful wedding venue I just put down, Castle Fairy Tale Wedding. Everybody got bags on their head. It's great.
Oh, that is a good question though. Like, what do you regret buying?
Yeah.
And it's I actually am going to have a little bit of a talking head piece coming out about revisiting video games that your initial try just left a sour taste in your mouth. That is a work in progress. And mine is one that I will be revisiting here soon. I mentioned it already earlier, Days Gone. This was a game that I bought brand new. Just the whole idea of it, the open world, kind of Daryl Dixon-esque character in Deacon. This was at the height of The Walking Dead. The whole concept behind it was very, very cool, and it did not hit.
I will say though, watching him play, something that I really liked is I had never seen a child zombie before.
Oh yeah!
So when this zombie came out and then was like climbing you like an evil backpack child, 10 out of 10.
It reminded me of like any instance from Evil Dead, where especially in Army of Darkness, where the book is like a bat and it's like on his neck and he's just that's how you felt in that moment. You have this little baby just pecking away at your neck. But yeah, that's one. It's loaded. I do want to revisit that and just give it another shot, because the last game I had that sour a taste with was also a PlayStation IP when I first played it, and it was Horizon Zero Dawn. When I first played that, I was not.
Well, I was encouraging, and I would like to try this on Game Pass too. I have it downloaded. We Happy Few. Because I heard some things about how it ran. I did not have the ability to play it at that time, but I've heard that it's been fixed since.
Well, and there are other games that like they started so broken, and then just over. No Man's Sky is one where a lot of people are like, go visit. Yes, Cyberpunk. That will also be getting revisited. That thing barely ran on my computer. I was constantly crashing to the point where I just deleted all the videos off of my channel because it just wasn't worth it. But now with
it was not breathtaking.
Yeah, no, sorry, Keanu. I mean, there was a section where me and Keanu were,
Busted a nut.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
not sponsored. But if you would like to sponsor,
yes,
please.
yes, button mash, mug smash. We Keanu'd and banged a chick. So that's how we do that. Johnny Silverhand. Right?
Keanu'd and busted a nut of delicious brown ale. It's actually not delicious. You want to talk about that? It's very
we can go over it. It's
so
not bad.
Ale, you want to hold that up?
Yeah.
The brown ale. So when I hear brown ale, I think of like akin to a red or even like a lighter on the lighter side of a beer. Not like an IPA, but like if you've had Crow Hopperados Red, for example.
Right.
That's the family I think of, where it's going to taste a little bit more like a lager. And when you drink this, it is severely lacking in an aftertaste.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
It needs like a punch. We were saying if you had like an orange slice or like a lemon, like a lime, something you could put in there to jazz it up a bit.
Yes.
It would taste great.
Yeah, something like that would just put it over, and that is really, in my opinion, the only thing wrong with it. This is a very drinkable beer. So when you said like, oh, I don't know, balanced. It's like no. This is a very fine beer. It needs a little something, a little sugar at the end, a little firework, to make you remember it. Because
it needs
sadly, when you can just drink it like I have been, and just a casual form and everything, you drink all the way through it, and there's nothing to remember. That's the downer about it.
Yeah.
Is even nasty beers, that you'll remember them because there was something nasty about them that you didn't like. So yeah, that would be my gig on the beer itself. Having discussed a whole bunch and been drinking it, it's like it is very drinkable. It's very fine there, but there's something to be desired in the finish for sure. Let's see here. On the tail of regrets on your games, though.
I mean, it's for sure one letter. Like
in these ones where they haven't hit, was there something that maybe could have taken it over the top, like a gameplay mechanic or something? We're talking about this needing to finish. So like, you're talking about any of these games that haven't hit for you. Kingdom Hearts, right?
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Is there something that would have pushed it over?
So we talked about this when you were playing Clair Obscur or any of the newer Final Fantasies, where you have that ability of once a character is in your party, you can select that character. So can you imagine a chance to play as Donald or as Goofy?
No.
I will probably never play as Sora.
Me
if
neither.
I had the I'm sorry, Haley.
Yeah. Well, no. Me and Haley are already on. We are now bearded rivals. So I'm watching you, Haley. I'll be watching what you do with your beard moving forward. By the way, sir. I'm not a Sora guy. I am on record. I've beaten.
You're a Roxas guy.
Yeah, I got the platinum trophy in Kingdom Hearts 1. I've beaten Kingdom Hearts 2. I've beaten one of the campaigns in Birth by Sleep. Like, I put my miles on this series. I cannot stand Sora. I really can't. But I also can't stand the over-brooding of Riku either. Like,
right.
There's got to be a good middle ground.
At least in Dream Drop, you get the opportunity to play as Riku. So that is cool. And then in Birth by Sleep, you get to play as Terra, Aqua, and is it Ventus?
Yes. Yeah. Ventus was the campaign that I beat. And he acts a lot like Roxas, more confident than Roxas. But that's what I'm talking about. Is I can't. Cloud Strife is an awesome character, for example. Advent Children Cloud can't get, but that. I'm just sad all the time. Oh, poor me. Dude, you got this super hot chick who fucking loves you all the time around you.
He's like Shallow Hal over there. He's like, we show up at the Honeybee Inn, and you got this super hot chick, and then we go to into Final Fantasy World here, and those chicks are even harder.
Yeah. But here's Cloud. Well, Aerith died.
Spoilers!
Dude, the game came out in 97, bro. And it's seen a remake since. I don't want to hear it. If you haven't played Final Fantasy VII by now...
if you haven't heard One Winged Angel, that's... You know what?
Dude, I played it on Clone Hero today.
Like, what would you
So
do if
cool.
you were just walking down the street and you heard One Winged Angel? Do you turn around or you like, nope, not today, not today?
Well, on the tail of the Aerith thing, you definitely, if you're kneeling down, if you happen to be praying and you start hearing any of Sephiroth's songs, really, or Genova's for that matter, you're dead. Don't even get up. Like, it's Masamune's about to get acquainted. Like, gonna go through you. Hopefully you got some materia rocks in your bandana, because you dead. That's a, but yes, Advent Children Cloud and Sora, same. Oh, he's so. Well, no, Sora is not sad. Riku is sad. Sora is stupid. That's why I don't like Sora. He's adult.
When you go to edit this back, I'm gonna send you a clip of Sora being like, I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
So you were like, Sora's not sad.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Because I will then put in the clip. Dogs.
I scared him.
Relax, Holmes. I will then put in a fun little clip of a sad oh, all my friends are gone. Hey, let's get on this ship.
No, yes, but one happy faces.
Happy?
Ship, I'm smiling now.
Smiles.
It's a ship. It's a gummy ship.
No. It's a yacht.
It's
a gummy yacht.
It's not a boat. It's not a smile boat. It's a smile yacht.
It's a yacht.
That's Starsky and Hutch, by the way. That's like let the record show. We are quoting a movie. Like, please don't attack me. Like, anyway.
Yeah, don't rile up the Kingdom Hearts fandom. Don't rile them up.
Well, and I know I'm saying a lot of rough stuff about Final Fantasy VII. As you know, it's Cloud's the boy over there. Except for the Zack fandom, there's something. And Zack's cool. Don't get me wrong, but Zack dead.
Canonically, Nomura, you just nobody
like,
knows.
What is canon? I don't know. Belts.
Nobody knows.
Belts for everyone. Lulu, dress of belts. I like you, Nomura. But damn, dude, back off the weird changing of stories and the belts, okay? Like, FF10, by the way, best Final Fantasy. Just sit on it, ruminate. It's the best one. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. I assume you won't be playing Final Fantasy in August.
No.
So, is there a game that you will like that you're gonna want to be talking about going over in August?
I had decided a game, and then I switched up.
Code Veronica.
I was gonna play Astrobot.
I am
And then we were watching Happy Gilmore. Blame it on Happy.
Not Shooter.
because we saw on Game Pass, My Friendly Neighborhood is there.
My friendly neighborhood.
Yes.
What is my friendly neighborhood?
So if you've watched The Boys
Oh no.
and the series, the prequel series, or the sequel, is it a sequel?
V?
Yeah.
Yeah. V
You'll
Academy.
know there's this scene with puppets. This beautiful, wonderful choreographed scene. This is what I expect
Wonderful.
from this game. It is a Resident Evil-like
Ooh.
puppets game.
Okay.
We all know how good I am at Resident Evil.
Well, yeah, I am surprised that after you pivoted from Astrobot, you did go to a Resident Evil like. Because we keep talking about your just undying desire to play Code Veronica. So hopefully the puppet game plays like that, and then you'll be like, all right, I'm ready for the PS2 now. It's coming. It's the next chapter.
What about you? What are you playing?
Well, this goes into what I've been talking about giving second chances. And sorry, Days Gone, your chance isn't up yet. It's not up yet. But I have, for 2-3 years, maybe longer, been getting the discussion about Red Dead Redemption 2. My bestie plays it, my uncle plays it, his whole family plays it. It's Rockstar invented video games. When people talk about Red Dead 2, that this is just one of those. It's just one of those. My first venture with it, that game was pretty boring. But that's why we revisit stuff. Give it a second chance, an actual, a shot, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not a big Wild West dude. In general, Back to the Future 3 is where I go for Wild West. I don't even go back to I don't go to, your classic John Wayne stuff or Eastwood or anything like that, because I've just never been a Western guy. So, the beginning of Toy Story is also pretty gnarly.
Can you reenact? Okay, so now I have a legitimate question. So as part of Button Mash Mug Smash, that may or may not separate us from other channels, is that when we pick a game and we talk about it, it's a little feature it here. We are each going to spend a little bit of time playing each other's game.
Yeah.
So you'll get an experience in the neighborhood, and I'll get an experience in the Wild West.
Yeah, you'll be able to be a cowboy.
Now my question is,
Woody.
because you can play it sandbox, right? I believe you don't have to play storyline.
So there is the campaign, but then there's multiplayer.
Yeah.
Where you kind of just
Can
go
I
out with your
recreate the opening of Toy Story? Probably not.
So if you get with the right community members, you can recreate anything. Okay, Red versus Blue is the
True.
definition of that. You get the right people together, you can. I mean, there's YouTubers out there that are loading into Battlefield, loading up multiplayer, talking like a drill sergeant to his troops, and his troops are turning around and kneeling while he's talking to them. Players are players. We're there to have fun. So you could probably send Bart to jail. You probably could. Now, the finding a giant baby to eat him, that's going to be a little tougher.
Right.
But everything else, I believe, is likely going to be on the up and up. But yeah, just now, I mean, Rockstar in my world, LA Noire is my favorite Rockstar game. Just narratively amazing. And still felt really different from most Rockstar games. And that formula just doesn't usually plug in for me. So I'm hoping where I beat Red Dead 1 during COVID, that, all right, time has passed enough. Let's give this a shot.
Mine is Bully.
Bully.
I had a good time with Bully. I like that you can play it either way. You can play it as like a degenerate, or you can play it as like a stand-up kid.
Oh, so Mass Effect. My shepherd was never a degenerate, though. He was kind of a whore. But man, never a degenerate whore. He wasn't hanging out with.
We draw the line at degenerate whore. Whores,
all right.
top notch. Degenerate whore, get out of here.
Generation X, no, not my shepherd. Yeah, I will find a way to throw Mass Effect into anything. It's just an incredible game. But I would say that probably kind of brings us to a close.
Yeah,
I
think so.
A lot got discussed. Hopefully video games are all just gonna go down to like $40-50, and we won't have to worry about that tag. And Red Dead will be amazing, and I'll get petitioned to name one of my KISS achievements in Crimes and Clean, all kinds of stuff coming up.
And we'll get sponsored by Bust-A-Nut and or Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, Haley.
But as always, if you're interested in checking out any of the things that we've talked about for our channel, we do have respective spaces, and we will put links to those down below. Both of our YouTube channels will be included, and I also have a Patreon where you can check out Sims challenges that I have written. Some I've written with Uncle Pookie, your certified platinum paladin.
That's right. Yep. Text links will be here. Of course, they'll be popping up in the video as well, like Noisy said. So continue to tune in. Our once a month Yammerfest will continue, and we'll have hopefully a beer with a better finish next time.
Yeah, and if there's anything you'd like to see discussed or talked about, or even games you'd like to suggest, we're open to that in the comments.
Yep. Always leave a comment, like, subscribe. You guys know how to do it by now. You've been here forever. So, thank you for joining and checking out the debut of the Button Mash, Mug Smash, Yammerfest. It's a good time, I think. Anyway,
it's a great time.
So,
one would say that it's Bust-A-Nut time.
Yes, it is that powerful. But we finished strong, as you see here. So, we'll wrap this one up and call it a day, and we will see you guys next time.
Shoot up.